Warning, the following broadcast contains strong opinions, playful antics, and controversial topics causing off-the-rails fun. Chances for being offended are higher than average for sensitive people. Viewer discretion is not advised. Live a little and have some fun.
Hey, everybody, and welcome back. Us. It's the Coach's Box.
Hey, we're very good, Chris. Very good.
I know. Hey, it's
not like we're out of practice here.
Hey, man, come on. I mean, it's been a long time since I've been on here with you guys. It's like I don't ever get to see you guys ever. I miss you so much.
Well, I mean, I just had to hang out with you last night at the seed meeting. Hey, Matt, I haven't seen you in a while either.
Yeah,
trying to stay away from the Pius folks. I mean, evidently they're trying to stay away from us. Game canceled tomorrow. I mean, I don't know.
Look,
Shots fired.
Hey, am I gonna have to moderate between you two tonight, or what?
I have nothing to do with that at all, ever. It is not my call.
That is out of our coaching hands.
That's exactly right. It's like, hey, what do you think about? No, I had a kid ask me today, like, hey, so, Coach, are you going to tell them we need to have school tomorrow or not have school? And I go, why would I have any say in that? They don't ask you. No, they don't ask me.
Yeah,
they don't say like, hey,
they ask the basketball coach, hey, you want us to have school tomorrow?
Absolutely not. They give no crap.
Yeah, Dr. Freeman wasn't blowing up my phone today about hey, you think we should have AI day, AMI day? What do you think there, Coach Jarvis? I mean, nah. No, I don't have the degrees to decide if the weathermen are correct or not.
I mean, that's what I was like, wait, they're going to ask my opinion on the weather? Like, am I the director of transportation over here or anything? No, not at all. But anyway, I mean, we always look forward to this episode before Coach Jarvis and I end up squaring off with our teams, because it's a friendly rivalry. We are very competitive with each other, but at the same time, it's the Wing Bowl. The loser buys the wings. Last year, I bought the wings.
It's friendly most of the time, unless my wife Tara Lynn's involved. Then it may not.
That's a fact.
Friendly.
Yeah,
one time.
She doesn't allow me to go get wings.
Yeah. Hey, listen,
maybe twice.
Yeah. Well,
she said, do better. Don't let that dude beat you. You got to do better.
We were looking forward to tomorrow night's games. It was the lead up, obviously, with the show art that we had, and we found out today that because of the possibility, who knows? I'm not the weatherman, as I've said. We will not be having any games tomorrow night. They are postponed until January 31st. So the Wing Bowl has to wait.
Don't you wish that we could have the percentages that weathermen have at our jobs and be okay?
I mean, Jason, when I go back and I actually figure out my coaching winning percentage, it might be just a little tad higher than the weatherman, but still not great.
It doesn't matter.
Fisher has a higher percentage than weathermen.
Jeff Fisher has a higher winning percentage than me.
I will throw some kudos out to Dr. Freeman. It is nice to know right now that we're not having school tomorrow. I mean, well, wait a minute. I'm sorry. We are having school virtually. I have lessons planned for my kids to work on, and if they need me, they can reach me. But other than that, we're not really at school. So.
You can send an email. You do not call. Do not call. Do not. No.
No, they would have to know my personal number. Nope.
Yeah. No
Not
Zoom
happening.
calls, no Zoom meetings, nothing.
No.
Wow.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you. Didn't check out the agenda, but wow, there's a lot of weird stuff going on that I didn't expect to go on. College football.
As a lot has happened over the
I
last
mean,
few weeks,
so
Jarvis.
much has happened. I mean, Mizzou gets a bowl in. I mean, there's just
Hey, wait. Who did they beat? Who did they beat?
Hey, you notice
Him?
Jim ain't here today.
Yep.
He didn't want to get
can't.
none of that. The Ohio. Oh wait, they lost.
No, they're just Ohio State now, not the.
Yeah,
Ohio
so we
State.
can call them Ohio
Lowercase
State.
t.
We are the Missouri University.
Hey, you
Right.
got MU in your computer screen there, Kevin. So
Yeah, well,
must be,
for very good
There you go.
reason.
You flipped it. That's
Yes,
right.
there
It a long time ago. Where you been?
I'm not paying attention, I guess.
Oh man, you're worse than the
Oh.
kids.
took the
Oh,
week
this guy-
off, and this is what we get.
It's not a week. I was there Monday, Tuesday.
This is coming.
Where-
from the
where are
guy-
you?
Yeah.
This is coming from the guy that couldn't even get his freaking computer booted to get on time.
Right.
That was just
tech
lack
guy.
of planning.
No, that's just like a tech guy. That's what it is.
I-
Hey, you started.
At about
Whatever.
7:00, I was like, I need to go downstairs and get that computer booted up just in case. And then I waited until like 7:50 to do it.
Oh, he
Wow.
pulled a Jarvis.
Hey, kind of like the kids. You guys are great.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you mentioned and alluded to, we got a lot to talk about. I mean, who knows where these conversations are going to go because we ain't been around each other having this show in a hot minute. But yeah, I mean, it's a great day. It's a great time to be Jim Powers. I mean, you're in the middle of having late basketball practice. Your Ohio State Buckeyes got beat by the MIZ. Wait for it. There we go. Little delay with the internet here. And then on top of that, to put the icing on the cake, he got to watch his boy Jim Harbaugh wins the trophy. I mean, it's just a great day to be Jim Big Time Powers, isn't it? I mean, really.
It's a great day to be co-host with Jim Powers.
But Jim
That
Powers
is a fact.
He didn't like any of my Michigan poke.
I don't think he did.
No.
No thumbs up.
No. I was kind of wondering if we shouldn't kind of pitch in and get him a Michigan national championship replica ring.
Right.
I don't know if he really wants one or not. Maybe we should probably
I
ask
don't-
him before we do it.
I don't think it matters. I think we just get it for him.
That's probably what we should do. We should be proactive friends and
Yes.
and do that.
Read between the lines. Get the present when it's meant.
I'm gonna start counting episodes till he actually shows up for the show. So this is episode like 500 he's missed. Wait, I mean 5 at least in the last, whatever.
He's a busy man. He's got NCAA work. He's got Fox 2 work.
He did put a lot of pictures out there on Facebook of these football fields, man. He was proud.
Mhm.
He's big time. Come on, man. That's what he does. He's everywhere.
Yeah.
He's always working. But there's been a lot that's been going on. I mean, I hope you guys had a great Christmas break. I know I didn't. Outside of watching my daughter opening up presents, and that was a highlight. I mean, she had a good Christmas. I got some stuff. I also got my butt kicked and didn't get much of a break.
I mean, I got a whopping 2 games at Park Hills, and we bowed out gracefully really fast. And then we did have a great JV tournament, but wait, we didn't win any games there either. Christmas break was like it was like a flash. But hey, we're a 4-day weekend this weekend, so I mean, hey, what are you doing?
No. You got to work. You got AMI day tomorrow.
Okay,
you can't count that out.
A 3.5.
3.5. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah, I mean, I do have some work to do tomorrow.
I got some firewood to cut Saturday. I'm really excited about it. Sub-degree temperatures. Yeah,
I'm guessing. The real Mr. Miller is got some work lined up for you.
Oh yeah. He had to call me and remind me that I got some trees down. All right, thanks.
Like
Better
you-
leave
like you
early
would
tomorrow
forget.
then.
How you gonna cut frozen trees?
That's what I was
Well,
thinking.
with a chainsaw,
How you gonna get there? That's what I was wondering.
drive a truck.
Okay.
Next
Well,
question.
trucks don't. I mean, ice and trucks.
Ice,
I mean,
yeah.
It's not going to do
Doesn't matter.
anything. We all called off school. It's not going to do anything. It's going to rain.
that's
it's
what
gonna
I've
get
said the whole
cold,
time.
And
Okay, you know what happens when water gets cold, right?
No, I didn't pay attention in science class, much like you didn't pay attention in some of your classes.
Check Jarvis's drink, you'll find out.
What do you got there? Is that a coffee
It's a
mug?
Diet Coke, dude. What?
Yeah.
It's in a
Looks
Shakespeare's
it's the
cup, so you
Shakespeare.
know it's
hey,
good.
hey, is that the Shakespeare's cup?
Dude, that's all we have here at my house.
Exactly.
And now
exactly.
well, actually, I got what's the breakfast place down there? It's an older establishment. I took my sons to, but yeah, I got is it the Heidelberg? Yeah, I think the Heidelberg. I got a couple of those cups too.
Man, you're on
Now,
top
way
of
back when I had some Harpo's cups, but I'm too old for that place.
Harpo's is still great. Come on now.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, we got some spam that popped up. Yes, spam comments. Awesome.
No, he's
Already?
flickering dead. He wants to.
What
wants
is
to promote
this?
our show?
Hey, we'll throw that up on the screen. Why not? Let me look at this. Oh, look at that.
Sorry,
That
for
is
bothering
great.
you.
Well, at
Hey,
least he
it's
apologized.
on Twitch. Man,
Yeah.
look at that. Hey, he's got to go.
At least he apologized.
Sorry to bother you. Here, click on this. Hey, by the way, the Nigerian prince is the other one that got blocked.
Oops, something went wrong. Try reloading.
Oh, well. Hey, so anyway, let's jump to some topics and actually talk about some stuff that actually means something to somebody, not to us. But no, Zach, you're in charge of the agenda, and you've had
What
most
are we
of the time
starting
off.
with, man? There's some.
Let's throw
What are we
something out
starting
there.
Well, I mean, we could go right into all of the different coaches.
Saban.
Can you believe that? Okay, Belichick.
I just didn't see it coming at all.
No,
He's got his quarter. They're gonna be good.
I had completely forgotten that he's like 72 years old and probably could have retired 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the real question is going to be is who's going next?
I cannot
Well,
think
that's
of
Oregon's
anybody other than Kirby.
See, that's the Mizzou
Oregon's
fans
good.
are all in an uproar that Alabama's not going after Drink.
No.
But you got to think
No.
the school that the coach leaves to replace him, he could be in line for that type of job.
Well, he could, but man, he just got a big paycheck from the Mizzou Tigers.
He's building. Okay, so who can even fill those shoes? Like, okay, you're on the board. You have to make the decision. Who is your top three? I can't even think of three guys.
Well,
to fill those shoes. So
if I pick Kirby Smart, if I'm just picking guys, whether I got a shot or not, Kirby Smart, Lane Kiffin.
Lane Kiffin's a dark horse, interesting one. He's an interesting one.
And I might even throw as much as I'm going to go after
Sweeney?
Marcus Freeman.
Oh, from Notre Dame?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Why?
Because what have they won? What have they won? He's nothing. They suck. No.
Now, now give him Alabama's talent without the enrollment restrictions. And
great restrictions.
You're gonna You're gonna have to find somebody that can recruit. You got to find somebody that I think is probably from the South. I know a lot of Alabama fans were chanting no on Debo, on all that. So I think Dabo.
I think the Debo train.
Debo's from Friday, right?
But Jimbo Fisher.
That's one that has come up.
Why not? He's won a national championship.
Oh,
hey,
geez.
Urban Meyer, anybody?
Oh man, come on.
There's no way Bama's gonna hire Urban Meyer.
It's going to be someone like Dan Lanning.
He already said today he's staying. That came out earlier.
The Oregon
today.
guy.
Yeah.
What about?
Is there somebody from the
Chip
pros?
Kelly, maybe?
Oh, come on. Gosh,
you cannot follow Saban with Chip Kelly.
Well, you're hiring somebody that's been a head coach. You're not hiring a coordinator to take this job.
No, you gotta. I don't think there's anybody on staff that. I mean, gosh, Sarkisian, or would he be the only? I mean, he's been on staff.
You cannot give me three guys to replace Saban.
No,
you just can't.
Jimbo Fisher's the only one on the couch.
That's just first off, it's a guy. The guy you're replacing the guy.
Uh-huh.
Who wants to really?
I don't want to. I don't want to replace the legend. I want to replace the guy that replaced the legend.
Yes, you want to replace the guy after the legend.
I don't. Okay, so let's go into the
Hang on. Doug, shut up. Just shut up, Doug. Okay.
Hey,
shut
you
up.
guys leave. Hey, listen.
No.
You guys leave Doug alone because his wife came over and did my book for absolutely free during the JV Christmas.
Oh, she's
tournament.
a saint.
Shout out.
She's a
Shout
saint.
out
She's
to
an absolute
Doug's
saint.
wife.
Yeah, but Doug, just shut up. Urban Meyer, no. Just
Doug
stop.
doesn't shut up. I realize
he's just excited about the half day tomorrow. That's all. That
Well,
is.
yeah. I mean, who isn't excited about? Well, I mean,
I'm excited. I'm AMI. I'm really excited.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, go ahead.
Well,
Finish your
my
point.
thought was, does he leave now? From what he said, from what Saban said, I'm in my 70s, the 14 plus hour days, I could handle when I was in my 60s. I'm getting to the point to where that 14 plus hour day is getting to me. Okay, that's fine. Now let's think about this just to play devil's advocate and get you guys talking. Is it that, or is it more of because of NIL, my pool, I had all of the 5 stars. I had all of them. But because of NIL, and when Nebraska can throw out however much money they wanted to get the number 1 QB to flip, is that a game that I want to play anymore?
Dude, and I got to. He don't want to recruit. He does not want to have to recruit his own players and future players because he could have a 5-star. He could have 3 5-star running backs, and they were willing to stay at Bama.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're not willing to stay at Bama. They're going to go somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, he's 72.
Yeah.
I mean, how much do you want to? I think the NIL is going to run a lot of these older coaches out.
The NIL and the portal, and the fact that you said it, Jarvis, he has to re-recruit his team every year.
He's Nick Saban. He shouldn't have to re-recruit anyone.
You should just kiss the ring and want to come play at Alabama. The rings.
Alabama has had more first-round picks than losses during his tenure.
Right?
How awesome is that?
That's insane.
I mean, that is just.
But
it's why he's a coaching legend.
But you said it though. I mean, he didn't have to do that before, and now all of a sudden he has to. And we know that he does not like NIL. We know he doesn't like having to re-recruit his kids or the transfer portal, or any of this crap.
Oh, all this money.
Why does he want to have to do that?
He don't want to kiss everyone's butt.
No, I'm done. I'm done.
So does that change the landscape of college football and the fact that
oh my gosh,
that you're not going to have that you're not going to have either coaches and or schools that are going to have 2, 3, 5, over a 20-year period or 17-year period where you're going to have multiple natties. I mean, it's going to be, hey, this school this year bought the team.
They're having a bunch of natty light.
I've had a bunch of natties when I was in college too.
I know what they mean, but
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what I think of the NIL yet. I just don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's free agency, and it's who wants to own. Okay, so do you go back and reinstitute SMU and everything that went down from the 80s and say, hey, yeah, okay. I mean, here you go. It's fine. What you did is now fine.
Well, I mean, you saw it in the group chat. The NCAA is already going after schools for not managing their NILs correctly and doing things the right way. Schools already weren't doing it the right way. Everybody talks about having to, connecting players to the collectives and things like that. But it's going to continue to get worse until they get some sort of a handle on it.
And how about the school that they popped? Florida State. I mean, it's just like, here's a little extra salt in the wound for you.
Well, listen, hey, Florida State should never, ever, 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 ever freaking complain again. Okay? Get out of here. Tell me you deserve to be in the Georgia. Georgia has more of an argument than Florida State. Just shut your damn mouth, okay? Just shut up. Well, talk about go out there and actually put your money where your mouth is. Maybe you should spend some more money with your NIL. Maybe you should try to get some guys to come in there. Why don't you go throw bags of cash in fast cars at these kids? Because who you had out there sucked, okay? You go on national TV. You got everybody bitching and moaning about it. And she didn't make playoff. Yeah, I got it right. Shut your damn mouth. You can't get beat by 60 points and expect that anybody takes you seriously. I used to like Florida State. Shut up. You're done.
Well,
Shut up.
It didn't help that everyone on both teams said I ain't playing in it.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter. You still got a team that's supposed to be that good that and I get quarterback positions or whatever, but you've got to be kidding me. You got me by 60.
But if they had their quarterback, it would have been
crushed.
different.
Just stop.
no.
Just
They
stop.
they
Maybe
did
the
get-
defense would have been better.
Right.
I guess
did
nobody decided to play.
It was embarrassing.
It's
It was
embarrassing.
It was embarrassing.
How about
If you're-
Kirby's comments on it too? I mean, okay, you're Kirby in that situation. What do you say in the press conference after that? I mean,
We should have fell forward.
You don't think
Told
he
you the
says,
ACC sucked.
He says, how were we not in the Final Four? That's what he says.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I would have said.
I got a bunch of guys on my team that didn't come out here
Hey,
and play, and guess what
yeah.
we did?
I got a
we
bunch
whipped that ass.
I got a
That's
bunch
what
of
happened.
I got a bunch of opt-outs, and we put 60 on an undefeated Power 5 champion. We're not in.
Yeah.
Well,
How about that?
I said it when it all went down. I said, how can you cut a team out that was number one for 29, whatever?
right.
I mean, win 20. I just
Yeah.
the NCAA needed to get out of the way of themselves and should have just said, you know what, we need to open this up to at least 6 teams this year. We have to. And then you have Florida and Georgia and Florida State and Georgia in it, and there's no. I mean, yeah, okay, whoever's 7 and 8 can complain, whatever. But I think you have the true. You know what I'm saying? I think Georgia gives any of the Final Four teams a run for their money.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
the crazy part about it is I mean, Ohio State didn't have guys play, and I thought they were competitive on at least the defensive side of the ball. That's why
Dude, their defense played well.
Yes, it did. I mean, and Missouri was no slouch offensively either, and
And
for the
Mizzou's
longest
defense
time-
played well.
Yeah,
I mean,
they did.
Yeah.
They did. They really played really well. But
Mizzou's D line they were
but
dangerous.
Florida State didn't even look like they deserved to be in Division I playing up against Georgia. And
No,
they had guys sitting out. Ohio State had guys sitting out. I mean, and they looked a heck of a lot better than Florida State. I mean, it was a joke. The whole thing was a joke.
Georgia and Florida State both had I think 27 or 28 guys opt out or sit out through injuries or whatever. So I mean, it's a matter. I realize it's which one sat out or different, but
I don't like that rule. I don't like that when you get to that point. If you're not playing for the national championship, that you can just sit out, opt out, all that crap. I mean, it's a joke. I mean, the USC had Caleb Williams decide I'm not going to play for whatever freaking reason. What, I don't know, he had a hangnail or
no, he's going to be the number one draft
or
pick.
he's going to. Who freaking cares, dude? Go out and ball. I mean, come on. Why? Because you only get to do it one time in your life, and you get to play on that stage, and that's it.
Yeah, but if he blows his knee out, then he's done.
Yep.
Is he though? Is he? Come on. It could be.
the way they draft quarterbacks these days, if his left arm fell off, somebody would still draft.
Joe Flacco got a job sitting on his ass on his couch.
And look at him. He's balling.
Yeah.
Hey,
so you tell me Caleb Williams doesn't have as much or more talent in his freaking finger than Joe Flacco?
That just tells you the state of young
Kyler Murray
quarterbacks.
still has a job.
That tells you the state of young quarterbacks versus older seasoned veterans.
Is that
and how bad
deal?
Okay, let's maybe not say how bad, how different college football is compared to the pros.
It's not. It's
sure
not.
It is.
No, it's not.
No.
They can decide they don't want to play. They're all getting paid now.
I'm talking about the game and how the fact that you don't have a quality group of young quarterbacks. You could name 3 decent
We've
young.
talked about this. The one read guys
Yeah,
versus
yeah.
the.
That's
Show
what
me
I'm
the
saying.
card. Show the cards. Show
right.
the cards. Hang on. What's the
Yeah.
play? What's the
I
play?
think
Okay, I might throw it to that
think
guy.
I
Stupid.
think
No, check it.
Texans
Everybody
might have
lined
got
up.
a good one.
Huh?
Maybe the Texans got a good one. I don't
There's
know.
one.
Yeah, he's all right.
Okay,
Yeah.
so here, going back to this NIL stuff,
One.
I'm gonna talk to you about
Oh, I
this
can
and get
name
your
a few
opinion.
more.
So my question is this: and we talked about it last time a little bit, but because of the bowls and all of these
I don't
opt-outs,
remember last time.
it's been
A
so
long
long.
time
It was
ago.
last year, Zach. Come on, man.
I know. Well, and
Yeah.
I don't even know if Jarvis was there, but actually, I don't think you two were. I think it was with Kevin and Jim.
Oh.
But the
that
question
episode
is,
sucked.
right? Yeah.
I'm
Well, there
sorry.
definitely
Go
wasn't
ahead.
any FCC violations, that's for sure.
Never is
But,
with me. I hadn't
okay.
said anything yet. Chris has.
Yeah. do you as a guy that's handing the money and doing an NIL deal, do you put some type of stipulation into your contract with said player that says you have to play in the bowl, otherwise you forfeit a percentage of money? Do you like that? Do you dislike it?
Well,
Because
I
I've
can tell you
heard
right now, if Burden was a junior, he wouldn't have played in that bowl.
no.
Because he'd be
And-
going.
Guess what? That's next year,
And Drink probably would have told him
not to.
not to play.
right?
Why? Because then Drink looks to be, NFL prospect sided. And it's like, listen, if you got a shot at the NFL, I'm going to let you go do that and not get injured here. And I'm going to praise you anyway on it. And it makes Drink look better in a recruit.
Okay. So to improve the game of football between college and pros, because we agree that the quality of players is declining severely. Hang on.
Positions.
Certain positions.
Yeah.
Certain positions, especially the quarterback, which is
Yes.
and blocking in general and everything that's between the okay. I don't know how many offensive linemen in the NFL probably can't run block, number one, which is crazy. Some of these guys never been in a 3-point stance. So because of that, why couldn't I'm gonna throw out hockey? So Zach, you have no idea what the hell I'm about ready to say.
Blues are up 3-1. Go.
But why can't they make the rules where you can draft a guy and keep his rights, and he can go and play it at the college level, and you still retain his rights whenever he's ready to go pro? So he can go and play. They were talking on 101 today, and Markar from Colorado goes and plays in the Frozen Four, and then 2 days later, after they get bumped, when he was in college, he's playing for Colorado. 2 days, and then he's already playing for him.
They're talking about the Blues prospect
Yes.
possibly doing the same thing.
But my point is why can't you? What does it hurt? What does it hurt? What rule would it break?
It's not.
If you say I want to, okay, Caleb Williams can't play in the NFL. Let's just say hypothetically, he couldn't play for another year, but he can make himself eligible for the draft to draft his rights. I have him for a year,
Right.
and I have him whenever. So I draft him. He doesn't want to sign with me. That's fine. I'm going to go ahead and trade the rights to him and maybe get me another pick or whatever. Or when he's ready to come out and play, and he's eligible to play, whatever, if the stipulation, I think it's 2 years out of high school. Now I have him, and I don't have to worry about all that nonsense. And the dude can play in the bowl game or the playoffs or whatever, and there's no opt-out crap because he's already got a job. The problem was before that these guys couldn't do that because they're amateurs, and amateurs can't get paid. Well, now they get paid. So who the hell cares?
I think
give him a signing bonus. Give him a signing bonus.
Oh, I know. It's the professional side because, again, think about it. You're going to be one of however many NFL coaches, 31, 32 coaches, and then you're expecting Caleb Williams to play for you, and because you draft him, and all of a sudden he sits out. Hey, you got 2 years, dude, and then you got 2 years before you get fired, and one of them he's going to sit out. Think about Vrabel, which we'll obviously get onto another segment, but you look at. The lifespan of the coaches in the NFL is so small.
But
you got to have your dudes now.
Everything. It's that with every sport, though.
But it's extremely shorter in football with only 16 games. Look at Frank Wright. He made it like what, 5 games because his rookie quarterback was awful. The guy he didn't even want, apparently.
Yeah.
They're coming out. He wanted someone else, and he wanted Stroud, but the Tepper wanted someone else, wanted Young, and you get the wrong guy.
Wait,
that concept
is that Frank Wright
worked.
was he at Carolina?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he even forgot he was the head coach at Carolina for 10 games.
Well,
this year,
because the guy that took over was a good dude, Chris Tabor.
Yeah,
he coached me at Central Methodist College way back in the day. Yep. He was the intern coach. But anyway, sorry.
So that concept, Chris, works for like those 4th and 5th round quarterbacks that you're going to develop as a backup. You're not spending that number 1 pick when you only have 7 rounds. It's not like baseball that had, for years had 40 rounds, or hockey who has a bunch of rounds, and all those other, junior divisions that you can go play in. There's no minor league system for the NFL.
That's the problem,
so I'm not sure that.
I think that's the problem too. I think that's why the UFL should become the minor league system of it.
I 100% agree with that.
And then what happens? Okay, so you draft that. So you're the head coach, or you're the GM. You're putting your stock into, let's just say, Caleb Williams. You draft him, and then you say, hey, we have your rights, and then he goes and plays. So you already don't get him for next year, but then he gets hurt, blows out a knee, he's out another year. So you wasted 2 years on a number 1 draft pick. You have nothing to show for that number 1 draft pick. You now have probably sucked for another 2 more years. And so everybody.
If I'm that guy, I'm not drafting him. I'm drafting somebody that's going to play.
No, he's saying if you draft him, if you already drafted him, if you had those rules.
No, but I'm saying back when I did draft him, I wouldn't have drafted him. I would have drafted someone else.
I'm not gonna draft him with the thought that I'll hold him for a year,
especially
him play.
My job's on the line. I'm gonna take a chance. Hey, a lot of people are saying this guy's not gonna be good, but I gotta take my chance. Here it is. I'm gonna take my chance. To hell with the other guy.
Yeah, but I think that can play both ways too. I mean, I get it. The coaches have a shorter lifespan maybe in the NFL, and I know maybe to it they do, but at the same time, you have an opportunity to get these guys. Some of these quarterbacks don't pan out, right? I mean, they just don't pan out. So why wouldn't, and if he's going to play in college another year because he can't play in the NFL, then why not? I'll go ahead and get my signing bonus money. I'm playing. Hey, if I'm Caleb Williams this last year, and again, this is if and buts here, but if I am him and I can't play this last year in the NFL, and I made myself eligible for last year's draft, and someone drafts me 3rd overall, I get slotted in, I get that signing bonus money, and I don't have to play until this next year. And hypothetically, I get hurt and I'm out for the season. So what? I'm going to get drafted. I've already drafted. I have a job when I'm healthy to play, and now here we go. So on the other hand, or remember Willis McGahee. He got hurt in a national championship game, dropped to 21st overall. Somebody still took him in the 1st round with a torn ACL. It's the Bills, and he had to sit, and he came back, and I think he had a pretty good career, and he was fine, and he got paid, and he was a dude. So what nowadays? I think if you're a team and you need instant help now, then you want a guy who's going to play now. But if I think that there's a chance that there's a high upside to this guy, why not take the chance, hold on to him? And if I can always flip the pick, I can always trade his rights and get something out of him. Yeah. So let's say I trade, I'm the Panthers, and I have Caleb Williams for a year. I got Bryce Young, and Bryce Young is playing or isn't playing well. But I got another guy who stepped in, and all of a sudden he starts having a Gardner Minshew kind of thing where he's actually not too bad. And I feel like I can do well with him, but I can flip Williams because I think he's okay, and turn around and get me a couple pieces that can help us win next year right away. I would do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's an option for a team because I have the rights to this guy and he's playing. It's not just a slotted pick. So I don't know. I think you can. I see your point, but at the same time, I think they should change the rules on that completely. I really do.
I always thought the bigger, and I know we're getting close to break time. I always thought the bigger issue when it came to those people missing bowl games, especially this year, wasn't so much about opt-outs. There's a couple here and there. It always happens. It's that the kids that transfer after the season before the bowl game. I don't like that portal opens that week and is open.
No, they should not be open until the bowl games are over.
It should be able to after the college football national championship game is played.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Now, I also realize that, if you want to try to get those kids to transfer and into the second semester, that window becomes much shorter if you wait till after that. I don't think it's that big a deal. I'd be okay with saying the portal's open for 45 days after your team's season is finished.
Yeah, but then if you qualify for the bowl and you're the same thing,
and maybe again before we head out, maybe the fact that we go to the playoff system now, you've got 12 of the top teams that are going to be playing, or at least 10, because you're going to have a non-Power 5 top team come in like a Liberty or whatnot, but you're going to have at least probably 10, 11 teams that are the best in the nation, and they're going to have those dudes that are going to be high draft picks. So maybe at least, again, first round, second round, those guys are still playing. And so then everybody's happy. Hey, Caleb Williams plays, but UFC gets knocked out in the first round. No muss, no fuss, and then everybody's happy with it. Now,
is everybody happy?
Well, yeah, mostly, except for all the people that's in the toilet bowl. You're going to have the linebacker. You're going to have the linebacker from Tulsa, who's somehow he's on a radar to be like a second round draft pick or something. But like, that's one dude. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
again, whoever's that 12th team that doesn't get into 12th ranked team who doesn't get into the playoffs because that best next of 5 team gets in and they're ranked 58th.
Yeah.
Boo, who for them. That's all there is to it. And on that note, we are going to break. We come back. I'm sure we'll have plenty of stuff to talk about. I mean, because that's what we do. We just talk about wherever we want to.
Yep.
You're watching the Coach's Box. We shall return.
I'm the 4th string quarterback, but due to a pregame meal of all-you-can-eat calamari, now I'm the 1st string quarterback. But I'm also a transfer student, so I'm a little lost.
And if you've got cut rate insurance, your jacked up rates might make you sick. So get accident forgiveness from Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands?
Imagine an HVAC as unnoticeable as the air itself. Sounds pretty good, huh? The new Daikin Fit. Air intelligence.
Give Home by SMCI a call today at 636-337-4444 or email them at service@homebysmci.com.
Guys, if you've been in to check out the changes at Case and Buck's Grub and Pub, stop by, check us out. We've got awesome wings, we got great pizza, we got a steak sandwich, a steak salad. Holy cow, we got games, we've got lotto, we've got cold beer, we've got a little bit of everything. Stop by, check us out, check out the weekly specials, barbecue, pork steaks, yum. Harold's Market, thank you, my friends. Check us out. We are waiting for you.
everybody. Welcome back to the second segment of the Coach's Box. If you like our show or miss us or enjoy, listening to us banter, talking about football or whatever, or anything remotely, I don't know. We just talk about whatever the hell we want to. You can go and look at or check out our YouTube channel and subscribe to it. It's free. It's 1,000% free. We don't charge you for anything. There's no paywall. And good God, one of you guys is munching on something. Anyway, you can check out that, our Facebook page. Everything, again, is free. You can go see all of our old videos. You can see some of our clips. There's some stuff on TikTok. We have stuff everywhere. And, again, don't forget to check that out. Check out some of our other podcasts from Off the Rails Media. We will probably at some point pretty soon be having the Nova Nation podcast coming back. As our friend Rob Logan, who hosts that show, is recovering from his health issues. I talked to him the other day. He's in good spirits. He's getting back to where he needs to be, and our thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family as he continues to push forward. And I can't wait to see some more great content from him. And, of course, on the move with the Caravan Sports Preview Show, Jim's in the middle of coaching basketball, so the show's been a little hit and miss because, Jim's a little big time here. And anyway, but I got the rest of these guys. Well, hang on. We lost one of them.
Man down.
Hey, it's that time of night. It's 9:15, and in Festus, you don't have very good internet, apparently.
I'm right down the road from him, and we're fine. It's just
he's in a hole. There. He's in a hole. That's what it is, right? It's
right.
Down there. Well, he gets to miss out then because we're gonna move right along.
Okay,
so
before
it's the tech guy that doesn't have internet.
Exactly right. It's always right. Do as I say, not as I do. No.
Yeah.
Okay. So we were talking about who takes over Bama. I'm throwing this out because I want your reaction, and I think it could work. It's definitely on the recruiting end. What about Neon Dion?
No.
No.
I like Dion, but I just don't see him going to Bama. I just don't. Man, I don't.
Man.
I mean, if you want the splash,
Bama doesn't make that move.
What's that?
Bama will not make that move. Won't happen.
No, because Dion's not a Bama guy. He's not a Bama guy.
Right.
I mean, I don't know how to really describe that without just saying like he's just.
What do you mean, Chris?
Guy. He's just not a Bama guy. I mean, I'm just telling you, like he'd be great.
Saying it louder. Hey, saying it louder doesn't explain it.
Sure, it does. There's a lot of people in this world who just do that. That's how they argue. They just yell. You make no point, yell. So yeah, look, I'm going to make no point, and I'm going to yell about it. He's great for the recruiting part. Okay, and he can go and get guys like that. I just don't know if he's a Bama guy. I mean,
could you surround yourself with an OC and DC that does all the work, and he's the face of a program? Jarvis,
I don't see that working that well. Go ahead, Jarvis.
He's not. No, he doesn't fit into Bama. No.
There you go. See, and why, Jason?
He would look good in a checkered hat. Come on now.
If you want to say Florida State, I can buy that.
Okay.
Because he went there.
Well, he went there, and it's Florida.
It's
yeah.
Wow.
Dion in Florida, a little glamour, a little glitz.
There's nothing glamorous about Alabama. It's just Alabama.
I just don't know.
Okay.
No, I agree. Sorry, Zach.
I just figured it would at least ruffle some feathers or something. Man.
Yeah, ruffle yours apparently.
I was trying to see.
Anyway,
all right, so
other coaching openings.
Yeah. Moving on to the cornucopia, the plethora of NFL head coaching openings, guys. Okay, we talked about Saban. What about another end of an era? I mean, okay, we're all old. Chris, you're old too.
Pete Carroll wants to keep coaching.
He does. He's going to do, at least they said he's going to do some advisory.
I don't believe what they're saying.
No.
But Belichick's in his 70s. Carroll's in his 70s. You got, again, I don't understand what Tennessee was doing, letting Vrabel go. That just boggles my mind. Hey, he had 2 bad years. The dude won something like what? He was like 45 and 8 or something like that the first 4 years or
Look
something.
at his quarterback.
He didn't want to trade AJ Brown. After they traded Brown, everything went downhill. It's like You mean to tell me that you can't win with garbage? I don't know. How's Patrick Mahomes doing with guys who can't catch?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not always the X's and O's, guys. It's the Jimmies and Joes, and they ain't got the Jimmies and Joes. Ryan Tannehill is not a top tier quarterback. He's not even a B tier quarterback. The dude's garbage. Okay,
Oh man,
he's just serviceable, and he lost his job to a rookie who sucked, and then they had to bring the other guy back. So again, that's it. Okay, and if you can't block for Derrick Henry, well, then he isn't any good either, and you can just load the box. They ain't scored 30 points in like 2.5 years. Okay, why? Who they missing in the last 2 years? Huh? AJ Brown.
Yeah,
he can't stretch the field. Who's he going to throw to? Oh, some dude who can't catch the ball. Man,
well,
it's the same problem the Chiefs are having right now,
and that's the team's fault because he said
yes,
he did not, and everyone knows. Even I mean, if you're a football fan, why would you get rid of AJ Brown? He's a beast. He's the only receiver they had.
Mm-hmm.
The only one. So you traded him away for what? Not enough. And now you have nobody for your trash quarterback to throw to. And so you're gonna suck. So he hasn't won anything in 2 years. It's like, well, they made a move to make a move, which makes no sense. And he's a very revered coach, a very revered person.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, I'm going to tell you right now, if New England doesn't go and hire him, they're stupid. He is the guy to replace Bill Belichick because he was a part of the Patriot way. He was a part of the process before when it all started.
I think that's where it'll end up.
I almost say that the timing of the deal with Bill coincides with the fact that Vrabel was available.
Does Vrabel really want a job of another place that doesn't have a quarterback?
Hey, anywhere that's open doesn't have a quarterback.
That's why they're open. I want one of the 32 jobs that in the NFL as a head coach. If I'm
but I'm just saying, but someone like Vrabel will have a pick of jobs. Is a place that doesn't have a quarterback, and you're looking at Bailey Zappi or
but now you get the third overall pick. You're about ready to have a quarterback. They're going to go and get somebody. He can get the guy he wants. Robert Kraft loves Mike Vrabel. I mean, he's a guy who can have the relationship with the owner that he would probably need to have anywhere else to be a coach would want to have to be successful.
Because he wants control. That's one thing he didn't have in Tennessee was
timeout.
He wanted control, which is why they ended up with 2 first-round or 2 high quarterback picks that neither one of them were very good.
All right, then. Okay, then I'm going to say timeout and then say, wasn't that not part of the issue with Belichick? He wanted control. Kraft didn't want to give him as much control.
So again, though, you had to make the change from Bill Belichick it was just time. I mean, it really was. I mean, I everybody can say what they want. You don't have to like Bill Belichick, and I understand why not. But at the same time, you can't argue with the fact of how many Super Bowls he's won, how many games he's won.
Cheater.
Sure. Okay. I'm going to tell you right now, they all do it. They just like the deflating of footballs, just like everything. It's just
sign stealing and all that. Yeah. Come on, everybody.
When you win, it puts the spotlight on you for people who love you and the people who hate you.
I'm telling you right now, and you guys, again, you call me the negative Nelly. I'll do a conspiracy. I'll do a conspiracy theorist here. I'm not so sure after you go back and you see the NBA refs coming out cheating and all this. Hey, to say pro sports isn't rigged, it's not. It's not that ludicrous of a. I don't know of a comment. I don't know. It would surprise me. So like when we go now, so we're going to the playoffs. You've got Miami, Kansas City, playoffs.
No, you're going to talk about all the matchups. You got the quarterback from the Rams going back and having to play Detroit. Blah 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 blah.
It's all about money. It's entertainment. ESPN. What's the first word? Entertainment. So
yeah,
to me.
What he's saying is it's all rigged.
without saying it's rigged. He say it's rigged without saying it's rigged.
When the NBA dudes come out and say, you know, you go back when LeBron was getting to the finals and all that, and they said, man, for us to win, we got to win by 15 plus, because if it's under 15, that's a 1-point game. Why? Well, because it's about money. Who would you? I think it was when LeBron was playing Philly. Well, who would you rather watch? Would you rather watch the Heat or would you rather watch Philly? And the guy's like, I play for Philly and I'd rather watch the Heat. So I mean, I'm just saying it's not that far fetched to say it's not.
I don't know, because Milwaukee's won a world championship and they played the Suns. And if you talk about two places that nobody would normally want to be, is in Milwaukee or Phoenix. Right. I mean, the NBA is just garbage anyway. Okay,
screwed over by that same ref every time.
Right.
That's a fair fact. I don't know. I go back to Belichick and all that. I mean, I think that Vrabel will be a good replacement for him there. As far as Pete Carroll, I don't know where.
What are they? Pete Carroll. I don't know what they expected to be better. I mean, what?
I mean, I think Belichick's wanting to coach too.
Oh yeah.
But where do you go? Where are you going to go where you can just win right away?
Watch.
Oh yeah.
San Diego.
Who wouldn't hire
San Diego?
I think he's going to be in charge.
I think Harbaugh is going to go to the NFL. If you're Harbaugh, what left? You don't have anything else to prove in college.
Yeah, that you can win a Super Bowl.
I
beat
said
your brother.
In college, you have nothing else to prove.
No.
So he's going to come up. Kirby Smart. I think one of y'all said something about Chris. Maybe it was you talking about Atlanta.
I put that out a couple of weeks ago because that was a story. But the fact that it hasn't gone any further means it's probably not. But they said he was flirting with the NFL as well at one point, and Atlanta's open.
He could be the next. He could be the next Saban. You know, he could be
there for a couple of years and come back somewhere. So I just don't see him
come back to Alabama.
Yeah.
Follow the guy that follows the guy.
Hey, again, follow it the Saban plan. You go to the NFL, you
get fired after a year and a half,
you come down, and then you're the
out of the 8 or 9 jobs, what job is the most that if you were the coach and you could pick, what job do you want?
I would say normally at first thought I would say the Chargers, but they have a lot of cap issues. The only thing you have is a fairly serviceable quarterback who isn't garbage like Ryan Tannehill.
One of the things
or whatever is going on in Atlanta.
One of my arguments against I don't like a team that shares a home field with another team.
Here, I knew that was where you're going.
I do not like it. I don't like it. I don't like the owner on the other side. And that guy Stan Kroenke, he could go. I hope he puts his tongue and comes to Missouri tomorrow and puts his tongue on a pole.
Well, he does.
It's so cold.
It's. They don't even share it. They just use. They don't even. It's like
I
they
don't
even
like
share
it. It's stupid. That's the dumbest.
You could put all the fans for both of those teams in. You still couldn't fill the stadium because there ain't enough people in that area who like either one of those teams. They left. The Rams left Los Angeles, and when they came back, nobody cared. There's still more Raiders fans in Los Angeles than there are a combined amount of Rams and Chargers. Why the hell did Chargers move from San Diego? I said San Diego a while ago, didn't I? Because there's Los Angeles. It's still stupid. They still should be the San Diego Chargers.
Oh, I said it too. So dumb. Yeah, I said
all
San
right,
Diego.
So here's your teams.
San Diego.
We're not going to say what it means, but you've got
a whale.
Chargers, Commanders, Falcons, Raiders, Panthers, Titans, Seahawks. Which team gives you a division where you might be able to compete next year, right off of the jump? I mean, as bad as they are, Falcons, they play in a division that is going to be competitive.
Quarterback.
You mean you will be
outside of the quarterback position? They have a lot of weapons.
What draft pick?
Seattle might be actually a really good place to whoever gets that job.
What draft pick does Atlanta get?
I have to look.
Hold on,
you guys.
Yeah, I didn't research. I just showed up.
They're 8th overall.
So you could get a QB. You could
Yeah.
probably get Penix. Or you could probably get somebody. You could get a QB at 8. I wouldn't trade up, but you could get
No.
somebody.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, you're gonna Atlanta. They have the weapons. You're right, Kevin. I don't know. I mean, I like Seattle. I just don't think you can win with Geno Smith. I just think he was just a retread kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know,
trying to think.
wow, that's a really nice comment there from Tim Hall. Jason, you need to check that one out.
Oh gosh!
I see it.
Wow, that sounds like that's a story.
What
Man,
about
strong words?
What about the Carolina situation? As a
Dumpster
job.
fire.
Their owner is
I would say
trash.
it's a dumpster fire.
No.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
if now that Washington's dumped their trash owner, they're a better situation. They don't have a quarterback.
Now listen. I wouldn't go to Washington until they go back to the Redskins.
I
Okay,
knew
that's
I
all
was
there is
waiting for
to it.
somebody.
Yeah.
Go back to the Redskins. That's stupid. Commandos.
Okay,
What about the
so you say
Raiders?
Seattle. You're not winning because San Francisco's in that division.
Antonio Pierce is going to be the head coach of the Raiders. There's no
think
ifs,
he's
ands, or
going
buts
to be.
about it.
Harbaugh.
Get out of
I'm-
here! No.
I'm
Harbaugh isn't going to go to the Raiders.
Listen, Davis wants to outdo his dad. He wants a splash. Antonio Pierce is not a splash.
Yep.
He wants
He's gonna
Harbaugh.
I think I think Harbaugh was quoted and saying, "My favorite color is black, and if I ever go to an NFL team, it'd probably be one whose favorite color was black." So that would be the Raiders.
So
I think Pierce will get a job.
Oh no,
He
I think
should.
he'll get a job. I think he'll end up being the he'll end up being the DC in New York next year, I think.
No, he'll be head coach.
I don't know.
Hey, you take that.
You're not wrong.
Talk about dumpster
He should
fires.
be. I don't think he's going to be.
Well, you take the dumpster fire that was the Raiders, and he takes that over, and they're actually competitive. And the locker room, fights for this dude with a trash roster. Again, everybody in the NFL had to win with backups this year.
Hey.
I mean, it was a mash unit every freaking week. Somebody else got hurt, and he took that team and was competitive, and they had a chance to sneak into the playoffs. Come on, man. That guy has to get a head coaching job somewhere.
I want to see how much you guys have been watching the NFL.
Try not to.
It's going to be a good one. You guys are
Okay.
going to like it.
Okay.
Browning from Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Did you see his wife at the game?
Mm-mm. Oh,
Okay.
was this the QB? Or the
Yes.
with the suit? Yeah.
Yep. If you
Brent
haven't,
Musburger.
if you haven't, search it.
Chris is Google searching it right now.
I am. I
Do we, hey, that's
Just
something you
tell
could
her.
probably do on break, Chris. I'm just saying.
Oh,
oh,
Oh.
my gosh.
She
yeah,
got outdid
yeah.
Taylor Swift.
Is it
hashtag
as
winning.
you say,
Hashtag
Browning
winning.
is winning.
Brent Musburger? He'd be happy. Is he smiling right now? Is what you're saying?
He'd have a big smile on his face.
John Madden's smiling at this point with that.
Listen, the New York Post on December 17th.
I can't believe none of you guys
the title
saw
of the
this.
article. The title of the article is Jake Browning's girlfriend needed something stronger than beer after Bengals wild win. New York Post. Journalism at its finest.
Dude, you look at some of those teams. There's some. You got Washington's got a historic past.
Mhm.
You have the Seahawks, who I think would be one of the best jobs out of all of them. Gosh, but following Pete Carroll is
With Pete Carroll still in the building.
he
Technically,
won't.
for now.
I know, but I'm just saying. But with
That's
they're
scary.
going to pay him to.
What would you trade for? Because you got to trade for these guys. What would you trade for Pete Carroll? What draft pick would you
I don't
trade
know. I
for?
think I've learned my lesson after the Denver Broncos thing. I'm not sure that I want to go through that.
So Pete Carroll doesn't
No,
get a
not
job
with
then.
8
unless
other
they-
open jobs. There's
they
all kinds
cut
of
him.
other coaches available.
No, I'm just saying, like, what would you trade for Pete Carroll if
to do what? To be
had
a
the
coach?
opportunity? Head coach. He wants to be head coach. You don't want to be a freaking advisor.
No,
He's crazy,
sorry.
jumping up and down. He looks like an energized 55-year-old guy who just snorted some cocaine. Okay,
late round pick.
No.
No, they're not going to take it. They're going to want a 2.
All right, then you keep paying him to not coach. Then.
Yep.
He's an advisor.
I don't know. I really think
game day uniforms. That's all.
I like the Seattle job.
Not so fast.
You like the Chargers job because of the quarterback.
Yeah.
You like the Atlanta job because everything other than the quarterback.
Facts.
Man,
the Titans job.
I like the Titans job because of the fan base, and I think they can get.
I love where.
I just think they need the quarterback thing situated.
I love where they're at.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I don't know. They're gonna be flipping a lot of guys that aren't coming back. I mean, Derrick Henry is not coming back to Tennessee.
Well,
so you lost the best running backs that you had, and if you want to keep him, you got to pay him a lot.
Well, they're not going to pay
so
him.
He's going.
No.
But he ain't got.
He's running back.
He's too old. He ain't going to make any money anywhere else.
He's what 20
running. That's
he's
that's
a
like,
running back.
I don't know.
That's
He's
like
Derrick
50 years
Henry,
old
though.
and running back years.
He's Derrick
Henry.
He's getting paid.
Somebody's going to give him some money. He's still got 3 or 4 years of 1-year deals
you
left.
guys say he's not going to get paid that much money.
28.
Okay, I'm not saying he's going to make Priest Holmes in his prime money. Okay, I'm just saying somebody's going to say, yeah, we'll give you $9 or $10 million for a year, and come in there and lace it with some incentives.
Well, if you're Tennessee, why the hell wouldn't you just give him that?
Because
he's worth that.
He might say, I want to go somewhere where I can win. Yeah.
He won't sign
Unless
it.
you're like New York, all they do is keep franchise tagging Saquon, just pissing him off doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's what a lot of those teams do until the last time they can do it, and then it's like, oh yeah, we've always wanted him.
We just wanted you at a lot less.
I guess we want you. We just don't want to pay you.
Well, they wait until the running back age is ancient at 27, 28 years old after they franchise the hell out of him after 3 years after his rookie contract.
And the crap out of him.
And yeah, that's exactly what's happened to Saquon Barkley, but he's been hurt a lot too. Hey, if I'm Derrick Henry, maybe if Vrabel gets the New England job, I just follow him right on up there.
Unless they bring Zeke back.
Who?
Zeke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so
retread.
Can Vrabel go somewhere? Let's just say he goes to one of those 7. Can he go somewhere and turn it around? I mean, again, he had a great first 4 years in Tennessee. Is he that next type of a dude that can do that, or is it a matter of, like Chris said, it's not about the coaching. You're as a pro coach, you're just managing egos, and it's about the Jimmies and the Joes.
And him and Antonio Pierce are the two best at managing people on a
game
day situation.
Because they're former players.
They understand the locker room.
Recent former players, not guys who are ancient.
Oh, and recent former players like that hold a little more weight when it comes to
Dan Campbell. I love it. Detroit, kudos to them, man.
I don't know about playing as starters the other day. Lost Laporta.
The tight end?
Yeah, that's a big loss.
There's still did they rule him out this weekend already, or did they just?
I don't know.
It's just from what I read, it was just a hyperextension.
Were they going?
It was ugly looking.
Were they playing for a better seed? Were they playing for a home game?
Were.
Yeah. Well, then you got to, because again, it's Detroit, and I want to give the fans.
I'm with you. It was just I felt bad for him. I was like, ugh.
Yeah,
things just it's like you want to root for them, but there are things that just aren't seeming to line up for
the Blues
are
up. Chris, the Blues are up 4-1. They have 16 shots on goal. The Rangers have 35 shots on goal.
Bennington's
and Bennington has just been phenomenal.
I didn't know where that was going for a second. I didn't know where that was going for a second.
What do you mean?
Wait for it.
Explain to me why the discrepancy. Are we watching? Is it like the Lakers and free throws?
We're gonna have to go to break, and then we'll come back and we'll discuss.
I just had to bring it up because I'm like, man, they're up 4-1.
It's fine. Well, we can do that when we come back.
We need to talk some local sports.
All right.
We do.
All right,
We do.
we'll talk some local sports. Yeah, they're all postponed. We come back.
Oh, we need to talk about
Hey,
some
third
Christmas
segment.
tournament winners.
Play hockey on the ice.
Yep, soccer on ice. We'll see you in a second.
I'm the fourth string quarterback. But due to a pregame meal of all-you-can-eat calamari, now I'm the first string quarterback. But I'm also a transfer student, so I'm a little lost.
And if you've got cut rate insurance, your jacked up rates might make you sick. So get accident forgiveness from Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands?
Imagine an HVAC as unnoticeable as the air itself. Sounds pretty good, huh? The new Daikin Fit. Air intelligence.
Give Home by SMCI a call today at 636-337-4444 or email them at service@homebysmci.com.
Guys, if you've been in to check out the changes at Case and Buck's Grub and Pub, stop by, check us out. We've got awesome wings, we got great pizza, we got a steak sandwich, a steak salad. Holy cow, we got games, we've got lotto, we've got cold beer, we've got a little bit of everything. Stop by, check us out, check out the weekly specials, barbecue, pork steaks, yum. Harold's Market, thank you, my friends. Check us out. We are waiting for you.
All right, everybody, welcome back to our third and final segment of the Coach's Box. If you like our show, you want to share it, you can go ahead and do that. You can share it if you're watching on Facebook and share it from our Facebook page, or you can go to our YouTube channel and check it out. Everything is free. If you do have the opportunity to, please like or subscribe. You get to do that all for the grand total of $0 freaking dollars, because we would never charge you to watch this dumpster fire of a show that we love to do, and we've missed you guys so much. Hope you've enjoyed it so far. And if you haven't, well, continue to throw tomatoes from the cheap seats. We're fine with that too. Doesn't bother us too much. We've been coaching for a long time, and we know a lot of people don't like us. So anyway,
Why?
I know we're at me.
Well, we don't know what we're doing.
No.
Hey, I'm just telling you right now, it's all about creating a safe environment for our viewers here to be a part of our show. Anyway, our next topic, we were touching on it very briefly beforehand, but Zach, I think you were asking a question about hockey, so this ought to be really interesting. Why don't you jump into that one and go right into our
my question on the whole thing was, Jarvis said, "Hey Chris, the Blues are up 4-1. The Blues have 16 shots on goal, and whoever they were playing, some
Rangers,
the Texas
New
Rangers.
York Rangers.
I'm just giving you trouble. had 30 plus shots on goal. My question was,
It's
how on earth
36 to
how on earth
16
does
right
that
now.
I feel like it's it's giving me PTSD playing against Coach Portell, to where all we ever did was turn the ball over and we had to play defense the whole night. I mean, is that basically the same thing or what?
There's a little bit,
Kevin, I'll let you jump in on this one, Kevin, before I tell Zach.
A little bit of that.
Because I thought there were no dumb questions.
No. This
Different
is
show.
Your question is, there's no safe place for your questions. For our viewers, yes, not for you.
This is really more about systems and things like that. The Rangers, like a lot of teams, especially ones that shoot a lot, just like to put pucks on net.
Well, they just scored, so it's 4-2.
Yep, and sometimes they go in.
Damn.
But so they just put pucks on net from all places, from the slot, from the point, all those types of things.
Like the Grinnell system for hockey.
Just shoot it. And then you look for redirections, rebounds, second chance points, those types of things.
And the Blues, we shoot it in.
Yes. They dump it deep and then look to they try to take that extra pass. Thomas, Kyrou, while goal scorers always and many times try to look to make that other pass to somebody else, and they don't get shots off. Plus, a lot of the Blue shots get blocked before they get to the net, so they don't count as shots.
Do they need Fulton Reed? Is that what you're telling me? They need
concentration, not strength. That's all it is.
Or they need the dude with the knuckle puck. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, not Russ.
Knuckle puck.
Not Russ Tyler. Not Fulton Reed.
Okay, so the thing is they've struggled on the power play because they don't shoot the puck enough. They don't put the puck on goal enough. I mean, it's one thing,
shot and it never shows up.
Hitchcock was always like, let's just shoot the thing at the goal. And back then they didn't have anybody that could actually get close to the thing, so they'd be lighting it up 60 times and maybe hit the goal 20. I mean,
law of averages, right?
Well, he's going in the Hall of Fame, and his teams could put the puck towards the goal at least. I think that if you don't ever shoot, you don't ever score. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Well, we miss a lot of shots because we don't take them. It's crazy. Parayko should be, he can light that thing up. He's got a howitzer when he gets the slapper going, and he's just like, well, I don't think I'll ever go ahead and shoot the puck. Here you go. Let's pass it. No, it's turnover now.
Put it around the board.
It's stupid.
Just put it around the board.
Yeah, here's just dump it around.
So is that part of Berube's philosophy? I mean, was that?
No,
I don't know. I'm asking.
He's not even the coach.
I know. That's why I'm asking. Was that one of the reasons why he got canned?
No.
Okay.
He got canned because Jordan Kyrou's a wuss and doesn't like to play two ways in hockey.
But
along with a couple other guys.
So they just have some guys that just try to look for the highlight play. They're looking for the perfect shot. They're not interested in getting assists because somebody in front of the net redirected a shot in.
They have been pretty good since he's been gone, you have to admit.
Because they know a change had to be made. And then they made a change, and it's like, well, maybe they'll make a change to get rid of me too. I don't know. It's just they can't anyway. They all got no trade contracts, so they're just going to suck for the next 3 years.
Yeah,
pisses
well,
me
hey,
off.
who's the negative Nelly now?
Well,
I'm being a realist, Zach.
Doesn't it feel good?
Yeah, it's not negative when it's the truth.
Common sense.
No, Zach, because you can't be negative Nelly with the Blues because you don't know anything about hockey.
I can't, but you can.
I know this much.
Can.
I
reject your reality and substitute my own.
That's exactly right. I'm just saying. And let's jump into some local sports.
I'll start off.
Jason, go ahead, Jason.
We just had the seed meeting for the Bruce Thomas tournament coming up here at Herculaneum. It will start on Monday, January 22nd. And it will start off with the number 8 Herculaneum Black Cats facing off against the number 1 Windsor Owls at 4:00 on Monday, January 22nd. Then we have the second place team, Northwest. They will face off against 7 Hancock at 7 p.m. on that same day. And we have the number 3 seed, Pacific Indians, going against the Sullivan. What is Sullivan?
Eagles.
Yeah, Eagles. who is the 6th seed, and then we have the Fighting Millers, St. Pius Lancers, at the 4 seed, and they will face off against the Bayless Broncos.
Bronchos.
I don't care. I'm calling them Broncos and Bronchos, whatever they are.
They're the Broncos. It's just spelled
And
that
it's
way.
5:30 p.m. on the same day.
Uh-oh.
We got.
I hear.
I will tell
him.
you this:
Make it
if you would've-
exciting.
if you would have heard him upstairs before he came down here, you would be glad he's down here. He's really intrigued with what's going on.
Star of the show, right
Look
there.
at that dude.
Look at that guy.
What's up, Weston? Say hi to everybody.
Oh, he got shy and he's gone.
Camera shy, just like
It's
his
all
dad.
Miller.
And then he just ran towards the beer fridge. Bam! Just knocked it.
Just like dad. Just
He
like
didn't.
dad.
He fell out of the Jarvis tree and hit every branch on the way.
Yeah,
down.
poor kid.
It's
I
the
don't know.
Jughead
I don't know.
tree.
He's pretty cute. I don't know about all that, but he's pretty cute. Say hi. Say hi. You don't know what to say.
Right?
Who's after that 4-5 matchup?
Oh, what did I miss one?
No,
That was all of them, right?
Was it?
No,
Okay.
that was all of them. It
Okay.
was 4 games, Zach. Follow
Okay.
along.
8 games total. I mean,
Jeez.
there's 8 teams, so 4 games.
4
4 games a
games.
night. That's what we do.
How would you like to be Pacific and Sullivan having to travel all the way
Oh,
to
that was
Herky Lane
the
to play a
joke,
game
wasn't
in
it?
the last game of the night
8:30.
in that match?
That's great
That's
scheduling.
awesome.
McVay's nightmare.
That was.
I just said, nope, thank you guys. I'm going to find another tournament. Peace out.
Hey, we'll just forfeit that first
Yep.
game. We'll play on the other side.
Yeah.
We'll try to win 2 in the consolation bracket.
Yep.
Or we'll say, hey, we'll just meet up at our place, and then we'll tell you what the results were.
That's
How about that?
That's a pretty good tournament, Jarvis. The mixture of teams there.
It has. I mean, over the years we've changed. I mean, you never know what's going to happen with some of those city schools. You just never know what's going to happen. And I kind of like the mix. It's got some Jefferson County. It's got some not in Jefferson County. I mean,
No more Gateway Legacy.
It's
no.
almost like it's a push for being a large school tournament. I mean, it's kind of.
Hey, Zach, have you looked at our enrollment?
I know you're a
500.
large school. You
That
are
is not a large
school.
school. 500 is not. And we are one of the smallest Class 4 basketball schools in the state of Missouri. Look it
Yep.
up.
I'm pretty sure
Still
we're the
Class
smallest
4.
school in the tournament.
Yeah,
Huh?
and it's not even close.
No.
Yeah, because Hancock's bigger than us. Bayless is bigger than us. Herky should be in the large school
That's what I'm
conference. So
telling
yeah,
you.
it's 100%.
No,
Yeah.
we have 500 kids.
He's like, no.
That's the cutoff.
500. 500
He's got
kids.
500 kids.
You
to
guys
choose
are
from.
private. You cost money. I wouldn't go there either.
Okay.
Just
Hey,
say hi to 'em.
anybody remember that the internet is now forever.
I wouldn't pay to go there.
But no, I think it's a good tournament. It's gotten a lot better, not having some of those question mark schools that come in and maybe show up, maybe don't,
Show up
and
late.
show up
Miss their
late,
game and then get mad at us. Yeah.
not be there, have to forfeit the first game because the school's flooding or something. I don't know, but yeah,
I
it's
forgot
nice
about
to. Yeah, I didn't. I thought that was one of the things you mentioned last night when we were seeding, after the seed meeting. I think Windsor's got a really good team. I think Northwest is having a pretty good year.
First matchup for us, man. Windsor.
I mean, not for you. I'll be the one to say it. I thought you were a lot better than the 8th seed. Matter of fact, I would have to say that Big Jim also is surprised that you're seeding 2, and thought that you should be seeded a lot higher. So, in the czar of basketball,
Well, it didn't help. We did lose to Bayless right off the bat. That's first game of the season, and they had a kid score 31 points. And it is what it is. Your whole goal is to win 2 games in that tournament, and hopefully we can do that. I mean, we're gonna give Windsor the best thing we can give them. So You never know.
That's all you can do. You try to. You never know. That's right.
I mean, they're right up the
shock the world.
street, and that it's a little bit of a in football, it's a rivalry, and so it is what it is. I think Pius, if Pius doesn't take care of Bayless, and we could end up playing Pius twice this year if things went.
We have to overcome poor coaching on the regular basis.
Wings?
Okay.
Double wings. Oh, that would have to be double wings.
Yeah.
Why are you telling me to be quiet, buddy? Yeah, I'm dead.
Weston wants wings too.
Yep, he wants wings.
Yeah.
I'm raising him up.
And
look, he's waving. He said hi. Hi.
Waving with Weston. What's up? What's up, buddy?
Dude, if you would have heard him screaming earlier, you'd understand why he's down there. Oh my gosh, he was bad.
Kind of like you on the sidelines, right?
Dude, I've been perfect this year. No technicals yet.
You haven't played us yet.
Okay. It is at your place. I know how that works.
Doesn't mean anything in this world.
We get all those Catholic referees that show up to help.
You said it.
We don't have the CYC guys coming in.
I think that line stops at Perry County. That's what
yeah.
Hey,
yeah, that's
kind of funny you say that. I picked up Perryville, and I thought a year I wouldn't have to make a trip down there. I just went down there and watched my daughter play on Tuesday, or Monday maybe it was. Yeah, it was Monday. Yeah, one good. There's a lot of fouls called on the black and red, but it is what it is. I thought maybe Valroy was there.
He's the one who hired him.
I think when they made the announcements of the refs, and when I heard one of their name was Valroy, I was like, well, we're done.
Wow, that's funny. No, I mean, we got there's some really good tournaments that are going on. I don't know if you've seen the bracket for the Union tournament. That thing is stacked. You've got Sykeston is the one, and you've got Borgia is the two. That's two of the top teams in the state playing. There ain't anybody going to get close to playing for first except those two. But the rest of the teams fill out. It's a pretty good little tournament. I mean, there's a lot of really good tournaments in January going on in this area around St. Louis, around the state for that matter. We tend to have some good ones. That's for sure.
Yeah, Sykeston. That's got to be a 2+ hour drive for them.
That doesn't matter.
Basketball's 3 nights a week.
Yeah. I guess they could do virtual school and just stay up there somewhere. Man.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with virtual school, Zach.
I agree.
I'll tell you what.
Do you ever show up to school? You know how good virtual school is.
Speaking of tournaments, you saw the Christmas tournament, Park Hills, and Park Hills won the host school. And then right after the tournament, we had to play Potosi at Potosi, right? And we improved because the first time we played it was 94-28. So we only had to go up, right? And so the second time we lost 72-40. And I felt like my kids, it's 72-40. And I'm saying, man, our kids played way better. And then on that Friday, they went and Park Hills came into town and they put it on Park Hills 82-71.
Really?
Yeah, that's a big win for Potosi. That's for sure. I mean,
my district could be pretty interesting. You got Potosi and Park Hills. You got Afton, Bayless. It's going to be a fun little district. St. Clair,
and
then us.
You're talking about kind of local area teams in Mineral area. I saw, I guess, whenever they had played, maybe right before break, Kingston got their first true road win at West County in history, in school history. So they
the first time they beat West County?
Yeah, it's like the true road win
at West County.
At West County. Not
and kudos to Paul Hamilton. He's done a great job down there, and then he's just had a good group of kids too come through there. The Yates kid is phenomenal. 14 scored over 1,400 points as a school record. Great kid, very nice kid.
All state last year.
All state last year. Will be I would assume be all state again. Dude can jump. Dude can shoot from outside. Dude can do it all. And then you got the Nelson kid. They got some players down there at Kingston. They're fun to watch, unless you're playing them.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of like South Iron. They're a lot of fun to watch. Not as much fun to play.
Not fun to play. I mean,
hey, you know who else? You know who else has a good team?
Go ahead, huh?
You know who else has a good team that they're fun to watch? Rolla. Rolla has a really fun team because they had a kid who looked like Screech dribble down and shoot a runner like Mark freaking Price from 28 feet, and it was nothing but net. And then not to top that, but he did. He came down and did it from about 29 feet into the exact same shot in one of our kids' faces. 6'4" kid had his hand up and he just drilled it in his face. The kid turns, looks at me, and I'm like, I don't know what else you got to do there. First off, the kid looks like Screech, and I am not exaggerating that a bit. His coach even agreed.
I saw it on.
Dude, that kid that looks like Screech, man, he can freaking shoot. He goes, oh yeah, he's shooting 64% from the 3-point line.
I saw it on film. I mean,
64%.
I don't know. It just begs the question: if you're not in that conference, why are you playing those schools?
Shut up, Zach.
Well, I mean, some people like a challenge, I guess, Zach.
Right.
I watched it on film, and
just add St. Mary's.
I was like, hey, he's not just. Never mind. But oh my God,
I think they suffer from the same affliction. I don't know.
Oh well, that is. They did coach.
I'm sorry, Zach. I don't want to go and get the school of blind and armless.
I don't know.
Hey, you got to find a Christmas tournament, and they say, hey, we'll put you up in hotels and feed you. And it's like, okay,
he was
cool.
sold at feed. That was all. They were gonna feed him. He's like, what? We're in. Are we going? What is it? The Sterling Stockade up there?
Sirloin Stockade.
Yeah, you gotta get him out of here.
Yeah, it's a great place to eat. The kids love it. They're like, when are we going? When are we going? When are we going? Like, hey, we're going. Don't worry. Just chill out, okay? Like that was the talk was like when we're going and when can we play Madden? Obviously, the games didn't go nearly as well. We were a little shorthanded, but I'll tell you what, the kids still love going down there, and it's fun for them. It's an experience.
I mean, it's a lot.
They look forward to.
It's a lot for them to handle. I mean, they're staying in a hotel. They're trying to overcome poor coaching. I mean, it's a lot that they got to freaking do down there for you.
Oh, I agree.
I agree. All those Class 5 and Class 6 schools. Yeah.
No one. Yeah. Hey, I'm going to put this out there, you three Pius guys. No one cares. No one cares. No one feels sorry for you guys. No one. No.
Oh, okay. I don't feel sorry for myself.
I didn't necessarily ask anybody to feel sorry
for us. We're not a big school. We're 500 kids. I can't help.
I just like giving you a hard time about that. I really don't care.
I know you don't. I'm talking about Zach, who doesn't head coach anything anymore, so he can talk smack all he wants.
Are we not on the show? Are we literally not trying to do this?
Assistant. Oh my God. He's not even an assistant anymore. It's
baseball. Yeah, it is baseball.
It.
Hey.
Yeah, he's a baseball guy, right?
Yeah,
I guess. We'll see how that goes. Yeah.
Gosh. We'll see if he's talking about how big the schools are when they play. Oh my God.
Hey. No comment.
No, here he goes.
No comment.
I'm triggered.
I'm just saying. Again, these right here are real lenses. These aren't rose-colored lenses. These are real lenses. So when making schedules, real. Yeah. I look at the players that I have. I look at the players that the other teams have. Because I'm pretty sure Chris said it. First segment? It's not the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmys and the Joes. Yeah,
facts. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Hey, what other Christmas tournament I want to go play in?
It's called. I'm gonna go ahead and recharge for 2 weeks.
Wait for it. Go ahead. What Christmas tournament?
I just said it. Name one. It's I'm going to take 2 weeks off.
Get into that West Mountain. Get into that St. Paul tournament.
We didn't get to play a game.
Oh, yeah, that'd work out great. Let's go play St. Mary's
Balls tournament.
Well, hey, Chris, that is funny. And, Chris, if you're building a dynasty
If you're
going to build an empire, that's what you do.
Do you think the t-shirts?
Oh my God! Jingle Ball t-shirts! Oh my God! Yeah. I wish Justin was on the show right now. That would be so great.
It doesn't matter except where you put the holly with the ornaments.
Oh my gosh, what a good!
I mean, okay, but then you go play in that, or you go play down now. The Valley Catholic tournaments turn into a big school tournament too.
Go play at the Chaminade tournament.
Okay,
that was a nice one.
No offense to Valley, no offense to St. Paul, but neither one of those gyms are appetizing to play in.
No. We get to go play at Rolla. Rolla High School has a good gym. They were supposed to be in their new gym, and that's not finished. But then you get to play a game at S&T, so they get to play on the college floor. I mean, again, you go down there and you're like, listen, and I tell them every single year, I don't make that decision, Zach. I told you this. I tell the kids who are coming back, we get invited. Do you guys want to go down there, or do you want to find maybe 1 or 2 games or another tournament? Which one do you want? And they always pick Rolla. They have picked Rolla since we started going down. I said, we might not win a game. What do you want to do?
It's not even, I listened to the stories you told me about going down there. And when I was at Crystal City with Ken Jones, who's the AD now, we would always go to Rolla's Licking. And you would stay there for a whole weekend.
Talking summertime.
In summer.
Yes.
And all you would do, and when we would, like say these kids they went all 4 years of their high school career. Some of the things on their last, time with us, the last banquet or whatever, some of their best memories were from that trip to Rolla.
Yeah.
And that's because those kids they stay in a hotel room together. They play their PlayStations or whatever they do, and they just bond. And I get why he goes down there. I mean, you go down to Park Hills, get your butt kicked like I do every year, or go to Rolla, get fed. Now Park Hills they have a good hospitality room, but I get why Chris does it. And if you look at what Chris has done after that tournament, usually his teams are pretty salty after that tournament.
I mean, we've had
even on years when you've lost
second half of the season. Yeah,
I mean,
well, last year we were 2-8, and then we finished 14-13.
Yeah.
We were 2-8 after when we, and that's what we were 2-8, and then we kind of hit a little run, and I like to think that has something to do with it, because you try to find your footing that first part of the year. You get into that Christmas tournament, you get a chance to get away with the kids, and there's a little bit of bonding that goes on with it. I mean, we had a good time. We went bowling and found out a couple of kids can actually bowl, which is crazy. But then it's fun for them, and they always talk about it. They always talk about going to Rolla and wins the Rolla tournament, and then had a kid who couldn't go this year because his family had booked a vacation, and he was so upset that he couldn't go because they look forward to it. It is kind of like a mini vacation. I mean, you got to go there and play basketball, but you're with your teammates. And again, it's the best time of your life. You don't get that back. You can't go back and do it again. Now, I would love to have the opportunity to play at Park Hills. I enjoyed that. I think the experience in playing in that gym in itself is a lot of fun.
Chris, I'll throw it in with that. Going to Park Hills and playing in a competitive environment. And we seem to always end up in Park Hills district anyway, even though it's going to be played at Potosi this year. But usually it's played there. And even if we go down there and get our butt kicked, I think we always get something out of it, whether it's breaking a press, whether it's this, whether it's that. We always get something out of it. And, dude, it's the best. Other than maybe the SEMO tournament, it's one of the best tournaments around at Christmas time. What, are we going to go up to Afton?
Well, I've coached in a couple of them myself. I've coached in the SEMO tournament, and it's pretty cool. Playing at the Show Me Center
Yeah, that's
is a
awesome.
good experience. The Kabul tournament wasn't too bad, and it's a 16 team. One of them I really like is the Bloomfield Christmas tournament, because Bloomfield, I don't know if you've been to Bloomfield High School, it is an old field house. So think of Park Hills, only smaller, with the scoreboard up top, 3 sides of bleachers elevated, the stage. And when that place is packed on championship night, no matter who's playing, it is a phenomenal experience.
It sounds like you described Potosi's gym almost.
It's very similar. Colors are purple and yellow.
Yeah, purple and yellow. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it's a pretty cool tournament, and all the schools down there. You only have, I think, Dexter and Kennett are probably your biggest schools that are in it, and man, it is super competitive too. I mean, there's going to be years where the top 2 or 3 teams are just dominant, but man, you've seen teams get on a run on the other side because they won out on the consolation side of that. And I mean, Southeast is good, but the top end's really heavy, and it's kind of the same way, I think, a little bit at Park Hills. Bloomfield to me is probably one of the most underrated. If you never had a chance to go and watch it, if you ever do get a chance, I do recommend going down there for semifinals or finals night. Man, it is crazy.
You say that about the Park Hills tournament. You look at R7, who has several times lost that first round game and then made it to that consolation championship, and then rolled into that second half of their season and just kicked some butt.
Yeah,
and it does that. I've seen Crystal roll through that consolation before. I've seen Crystal be the number 1 seed there before too. So I don't know, man. It's hard. I'm never going to get out. As long as I'm at Herky, we won't ever get out of it.
I think the Christmas tournament thing, we've had this conversation before. I just think there's something about it that allows you're in this time where there's no school and you're playing basketball. So if you do happen to have practices, there's a little bit less distraction. And you can kind of you kind of have an idea of where your team is at, but then at the same time, you can start focusing on a couple things. And no matter win or lose, if your team is improving, you can get on a roll, especially through the dog days of the season. And I'm telling you right now, the middle part of January is the dog days. You're about ready to hit it, where it's like, okay, this has been a long year already. And there's a part of you that's like, gosh, I'm exhausted. But at the same time, you're like, man, I got a good feeling about this. If we could just get a couple here or there.
I don't know. I will say there's also something
ahead.
to be said for taking that week and a half or so in the middle of your season and recharging those batteries, kind of working on the things you saw through the first 10 games or so in order to get ready for the second half without having to worry about, families taking kids on vacation or those things, like, when you end up being
Well, we talked about this last time.
I know we did. And
I don't know if you were here, but
I think I was. Yeah.
So, I mean, like Chris brought up, most of the schools in that tournament, that's just an expectation.
Yeah.
But Ron Rhodes, who, I mean, he's a Hall of Famer. I'll kind of listen to him. He said, I hate Christmas tournaments. And as Chris put it up there, when can you ever get your sanity back? Well, that is a true statement right there. I don't want to see my players, and they don't want to see me.
I'll give my
Coach Rhodes sounds like a crotchety old man right now. Get off my lawn.
He sounds like Nick Saban and
ready to hang it up.
Pete Carroll and
here's my 2 cents on it. If I've got a team that loves basketball and wants to compete, then let's go do it. Because here's what I'm going to tell you. I went down. Chris, you talked about different tournaments. Going down and playing and winning a championship at Rolla was that, and at MAC was probably the 2 best arenas or places to play in, Pac Gym and all of that. But I had a team that wanted to compete and went down there with a purpose to go play basketball. And then some years you have kids that, I just want to wear a jersey. I'm not really interested in basketball. I just want to be a part of something. Well, if you don't want to put that much effort in and you don't necessarily have that drive, then I don't think that's beneficial to you. I don't think that's beneficial to me. I don't think that's beneficial to the program. So we have to adapt. And I think, again, you can sit here and say tradition all you want, but I think as a head coach, it's your job to have a pulse on your team and figure out what type of players you have.
You can't do that, Zach. You can't adapt when these tournaments, you get out of it, you're done. You're not getting back in.
Rolla's always in every year. Now, if you listen to Park Hills,
no, we're not getting back in. If I get out of Park Hills, I'm done.
Right.
I'm not getting back in.
I understand that. Like we've talked about, and I know this is ad nauseum.
You have to live through those years.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing too. I mean, even if you have those kids that are you're going to have kids all the time that have different levels of how much they love playing or like playing or whatever,
or even interested in basketball.
Their interest in it is going to vary kid to kid. I don't want to cheat any kid who wants the experience because I deem that they aren't interested enough in playing. That's why I give them the opportunity to vote as a team and say, do you want to go down there or not? Do you not want to go? Because if you don't, then we won't. Now, knowing full well that we won't get asked to go back in unless we are, a stacked team. That's really the reason why we got asked to go down in the first place. Now, Rolla's had some openings in that tournament, every year that you could probably get back in if you wanted to. But I don't want to cheat those kids who they might be on the fence or not. They all still, any of them who went, have had a great experience and they enjoy it, whether they cared about playing basketball or not. So that's something they can always look back on and say, yeah, I did. Or that might be something that helps garner more interest of these kids who are on the fence that I'll have coming back in a couple of years saying, man, I can't wait to go back down there and do that again. I think if we get better, we could be this. That might jumpstart. And I would like to think that I'd have more of that than just we went and it was fun. But either way, they had a good time and it was an experience for them. I don't know. That's how I look at it, especially going to Raleigh. The Park Hills is a tradition. It's playing in that environment, playing in that gym, and there's more positives for the program, for the kids. I got to take myself out of the equation. Hell, I'd like to take the break and say, yeah, I'll take a week and a half, whatever, off and get more time with my family and recharge my own batteries.
Do the
cool.
JV tournament. That'd be awesome.
It's really not about me at that point. I have to take myself out because then if I start worrying about me, then that's going to change a lot of the other decisions I make as a basketball coach, because I'm not thinking about the team, the program, the kids. I'm thinking about me. And I ain't doing that. That's just me. And everybody else is different. And I understand that's fine. I'm just not going to do it. Sorry. It sucks for me because then I'm stressed or pissed or whatever else. But that's part of the thing whenever I put the head coach hat on and jump into the driver's seat, schedule South Iron, get my ass kicked, whatever you want to say. That I made those decisions and I live with it and that's fine. But if I feel like I have to look myself in the mirror every night and say, did I do what's best for the kids? Did I do what's right for the kids? At the end of the day, if I feel that way, good. Even though we got our butts kicked or we're struggling, if it's something I need to change, then I'll reevaluate and reflect and make a better decision the next time about it. That's just me in a nutshell.
There's sometimes that I can't wait till Christmas break's over and get back to school because it's so. Christmas break, I'm busy as all get out with basketball.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. The Christmas tournament debate is such a debate.
Yeah, it is. It is. That's
like Zach said. You got kids that love basketball. It's awesome.
Oh yeah. Especially that first group, man. They really wanted to go down there. They didn't want to go play in the Grandview Christmas tournament. All they had to do was get off the bus and they'd have won the thing. And they're like, no, let's go down here and actually play somebody. It's like, all right, cool. That was their words. So okay,
that was an easy choice when you had that group.
They went 1-2. We had a chance to win the first game against Warrensburg. We lost by 2. We beat Mexico the next night, and then played Kansas City Central for the consolation side. And they had a really good team that year. I think they won their district, I know, and might have played in the quarterfinals. So it was good for our kids. We had a chance to play at S&T, and that's where we played the sectional game. Obviously, couldn't overcome poor coaching and lost that one. So, but they got the experience.
I might have commentated on that game.
Yeah. We won't talk about that. I've only watched that one time.
So I didn't think you did a bad job coaching.
Yeah, it's all right. I won't talk about it. How about them Cardinals? All right. So with that, since we're getting awkward and silent now,
the Cardinals though.
Nope. We are shutting it down. It's gonna shut it
I can
down.
Get fired up about the Cardinals. I don't know about the Cardinals.
I think anybody else could too. But anyway, I think that's the show. We'll cut this one a little bit short. In 2 hours, we could ramble on about the Cardinals, but there's still some more stuff. I think that's going to happen.
He's got a half day tomorrow.
You got a half day tomorrow.
You got a half day.
Zach can decide whatever kind of day.
AMI day, dude. My computer doesn't work.
You got the AI day, Chat GPT day. That's what that is. Chat GPT does all the work for you.
All right.
Here's the link,
Coach Jarvis. Today in class,
I am never that monotone ever.
He said AI. He said AI.
I know you said AI. But the AI would even have an attitude if it was repeating that.
And by the way, Pius sucks.
Yeah, well, fuck. But anyway,
yeah.
I
wish we were playing tomorrow.
Do that whole
Blues win 5-2. What do you mean playing tomorrow?
I said I wish we played tomorrow.
It's your guys' decision. You're the school that was hosting.
Oh, no.
You were the host school.
No. I know.
Until somebody went AMI and said we're not sending our kids.
No.
I don't know if that happened. I'm just saying.
I don't know. We're just
I've been AMI before and had a game. Hey, guess what?
There's only one way to settle this. Go to the YMCA and play.
Hey, you know what I look
everybody
at
into the Y.
You know the way I look at it is January 31st, I'm either eating wings happily or unhappily. It doesn't matter. I'm going to eat wings.
Eat wings either way, right? No, it's a Wednesday.
That's why I asked. You get so defensive every question I ask.
God.
No, you're supposed to know everything. I was asking.
Wednesday, January.
Wait, when did I start sounding like Kermit the Frog?
Wednesday, January 31st.
Wednesday. Do you guys play before
Pius
then?
We are playing.
Do you play Monday or Tuesday of that week?
I play Friday of that week.
We play on Monday.
Jarvis?
Who you play Monday?
Valmeyer.
Oh.
And then we play you.
Yes.
And then we play St. Vincent.
So we play you, and then we play at Grandview.
There you go.
But I will say,
R7.
I'm happy I'm not starting the conference season now with Pius. So. Except I get to go out and I get to have R7 come to our place as my opening round of conference.
I think I might show up at that game.
Yeah.
We don't have a game that night.
Is that the 20?
We don't have games for 2 consecutive Fridays. It's really weird.
Well, you got that great tournament in there. Yeah, it's a fun tournament.
Trying to think of which tournament you're talking
that
about.
Great one.
The great one of Bruce Thomas, one of the greatest basketball players in Jefferson County.
Is that Gretzky's got a tournament?
Great one.
This guy.
Zach, Wayne Gretzky is a
hockey
player.
He was right.
Short, very brief.
I think he had it. They were looking at property out in R7.
He had the C on his jersey too in that short period.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He was
another hard-nosed coach apparently, as I hear at the lunch.
No, don't compare Mike Keenan to a hard-nosed coach being hard-nosed.
No, you cannot compare Mike to the guy that brought us a cup. No.
Okay. No, I'm just saying another coach.
Nope.
No, complete douchebag. Mike Keenan.
There it is. And there it is.
Hey,
douchebag.
Can you think,
Mike Keenan?
Can you imagine how many people have said that about
me?
Or me? I mean,
a lot. Just take a number.
In the last
I need
week.
to try.
That's why you
I thought you were going to say in the last hour and 50 minutes.
That's fair too. That's fair too. Yeah, that's right. All right. Anyway, so appreciate you guys tuning in for another episode of the Coach's Box. This was 173. The next time we'll have a show will be 174. And
wow,
hopefully we can do one next week.
Wow.
Yeah, almost. It's great. We got graphics and everything.
Betting
It's good stuff.
Jim won't be here at any of them.
I'm not going to bet against that.
It's like the late show. He's got the late practice.
He's got the D team girls practice going right now.
It's fourth grade
Not the
girls.
C team,
It's
it's the D
right?
team.
E,
Fourth
they're on E
grade
right
girls.
E flight.
E.
It's E flight.
No. It's the D flight. And we've already discussed that whole thing. Anyway, appreciate you guys tuning in for another episode of the Coach's Box. We will see you guys all again, hopefully next week. From all of us and to all of you, have a great night. God bless, and see you all later.
This episode of the Coach's Box, Call It Like We See It podcast is brought to you by Off the Rails Media. Life's more fun when you're off the rails.